So this is where I tie into my brother's story. This is going to be very emotional, so be very cautious of your own emotions, but also bear with me. This topic always brings me new conclusions and more understandings. So let's talk about this story. If I get off topic, my bad, but let's keep going. So, the same time that my brother passed away was the same time that I was thinking about killing myself and ending it. I was addicted to Xanax at that point in life, and I started becoming self-destructive. I'm going to do a video about Xanax so we can understand it better too, and what it's really doing to us, making us zombies. So I was very disillusional. I was very self-destructive at that point, cutting on myself, not waking up early, not being focused in school, being sad. And being sad is addicting, let me tell you that. So I saw that it had a ripple effect, but not to the point of losing a family member. And I'm not saying that was one of the reasons, but it's just like a parallel universe for me, and it trips me out all the time. So my brother, beautiful person, he was an alcoholic, and one of those ones that just like was a little more angry. I'm not saying like all the time he was more angry, but he was more, you know what I'm saying. He has 3 kids, 3 beautiful daughters. If you guys are listening, you know I love you. You know you could always contact me. I'll always be there for you guys. He had a girlfriend or a wife. Bonnie, you know I love you. This is a crazy story, and I know that we're going to still get through this. This story has impacted me for 3 years now. It's kind of crazy. So, Bonnie and my brother decided to go to Neon Desert. The same week before that, my brother was texting me how he wanted to give up, that he wasn't feeling good, for me to take care of his kids, and just like a suicide note. And on my end, I was just like, hey, like, you're not alone, bro. Like, I feel the same way, but let's get through this, you know? Let's figure out why we feel like this. And like we're going to take care of your kids. I'm not going to take care of your kids. We're going to take care of them. So I told him that, and he kind of left me on red that day too. But we didn't live with each other, so I just felt that he was busy, and it's crazy to think about what I should have done and what I could have done, but you can't think like that. That's just going to throw you into a loop. So Neon Desert creeps up. What I'm doing is just kicking it with the homies. I actually didn't want to do Xanax that day. I didn't want to drink that day. I just wanted to, I felt like something was up. I just felt weird. And when you feel weird in your gut, you need to be more aware of that shit. So I'm kicking it with the friends, like Neon Desert is happening. He calls me, and I could tell he's already drunk. He's telling me, hey, like, I'm having a bad time. Like, we just got in an argument. I don't want to be here. Like, can you pick me up? And I was like, brother, I don't have a car right now. I would go pick you up, but I can't. Let me find a way to get you a ride. So I asked my dad, and I ended up going home because I just felt weird. I didn't think anything of it. I just knew that he was going through a tough time. And so I go home, and I tell my dad, hey, he needs to get picked up. So if we could go pick him up. And he's like, oh, of course, you know. And my nieces are at the house, my mom and my sister. And we're just watching these tunes. I actually decided to stay, and my dad went by himself. And that's another like feeling of shoulda, woulda, coulda anyways. So I'm there with my nieces. We're enjoying life, you know, watching a movie or something. My dad goes to pick up my brother. And so I'm focused on my nieces. I'm focused in the moment. Time passes, and then my mom talks to me. She tells me to go to the other room and be very quiet. So she's like, hey, something happened. You need to get into the car with me, and we're going to take off, but do not make a scene. I was like, okay. So I just went to the car. My mom got into the car. She's trying to hold it back. She's trying to hold something back, and I know. So I put my hand around her, and I'm just holding her, kind of. And we start driving, and we get on the freeway. This is so vivid to me. And she tells me straight up, hey, your brother shot himself in the head, and he's in critical care right now. And we're going to the hospital to go see and to go support. So I'm just like, boom, right there. My heart just drops into my stomach. And I'm like, in the moment, like, be strong for your mom, Andrew. Be strong. Do not show your emotions. So I start clenching my jaw, and I'm just like, ooh, I can't even breathe. I can't even move. I'm stuck. At the same time, I'm thinking, oh my God, like, I wanted to kill myself. So we get to the hospital, and we're in the waiting room, and we're just waiting. It's me and my family. My dad just saw him. He's like, yeah, he's in bad shape. And they're not letting us see him right now because he's bleeding profusely, and it's crazy. So what happened was he ended up getting a gun and shooting himself in front of his house. And then Bonnie had to call the cops, and they rushed him to the hospital. So we're there. Bonnie's crying so hard, and I'm just over here just trying to breathe it in and understand and just try not to break, for real. I remember I started texting my friends, like, fucking shaking and trying to not break, you know. I wasn't trying to cry. I was trying to be very strong. My masculinity was kicked in at that point. So I'm just there. We're waiting. And I remember at one point I fucking break down so bad. Like, I'm sitting down and I just fucking plop. Like, I literally just fall on the floor and I just start crying, bro, like hard as fuck. And I finally get back to reality, and I take off my glasses and I just wash my face a little bit with tissue or whatever. And then the nurse finally comes, and she's like, hey, like, right now you could go see him if you guys want to. And I was like, yes, let's go do that. So picture, like, you know how the nurse has the little circle thing going around. So we're going around it, and I don't have my glasses. My mom is to my left of me, my dad's to the right of me, and we're just holding each other's hands, just being there for each other. And we're going around the circle, and then you see all the beds, and they're all empty, but you see one, and all the lights are off except that one. So it's just on him, shining. I didn't have my glasses on, so it's kind of blurry, but fucking crazy. So we're going around, and I see him, and I see the nurses. And at that point, I was praying to God. I was telling God, give me 1 second. Shit's tough. I was telling God, you know what? My brother's suffering, you know? Like, please take him. Please take my beautiful angel. And when I said those words, I go around the corner. I look up. I see my brother with all the gauze around his face. Oh, so creepy. Just all this red blood in his face. It's so fucking crazy, bro. And I start seeing him have a seizure, right? And I see everyone just start, like, doing their thing. And then the nurse is like, no, we can't. Like, you can't go say hi. And whoa, that was a crazy feeling, bro. I saw my brother die. So we walk back, and, you know, we just go into the waiting room and we wait until he's passed. The worst fucking feeling, though, is when you have to sit down and pick the fucking colors of the casket, pick his fucking suit, his shoes. That shit is so fucked up. The even worse part is that shit turns into a bill at the end of the day. That shit is money. That shit costs us money. So horrible, horrible feeling knowing that your brother's gone and now we have to pay for this death. But yeah, we all have to pay for our death. So yeah, that's crazy as fuck. So yeah, that's my story. I'm gonna end it off like this because it just feels good to just end it off with my heart feeling like this. So I'll be back later with some more content for y'all. Y'all have a great one. Well, first I want to tell you how to heal from it. Okay, so that was the story. I want to tell you before I leave how I've managed to heal from it and what I see when I think about this. It's all self-control. It feels good to talk about trauma. It really does. Holding this story really would impact me. So I say to heal is like really find an outlet, maybe a creative source to get your mind off of suicidal tendencies, to get your mind off that negative energy. Maybe change your environment, quit your job if it's too fucking stressful. Quit those toxic relationships. I don't give a fuck how much you love this person, how much you care for this person. If they're fucking with your mental health, you need to realize that. You need to realize what's fucking with you, bro. We're strong. We are super strong. It's just the design doesn't want us to think that we are strong. We are strong. You could get through this. You're not alone. And that's it. We'll be back with more content. Please leave a comment if you feel some type of way. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for listening. For real. This one was tough. Shit was tough. I was about to cry. Oh, shit. Whew. Got through that though. Let's go.